We know sometimes the most powerful stories, the ones that really stick with you, aren't the ones you see in the big headlines or on the movie screen. Nah, they're often hidden away, in the memories of small towns, just waiting to be told. Today, we're gonna uncover one of those stories.
This quote, wow, it really gets to the absolute heart of what we're talking about today. Service with love is divine. It's this powerful idea that selfless service, when you give it freely and with genuine love, is one of the highest things a person can do. And it sets the perfect stage for the person we're about to meet.
And that brings us right to the man at the center of it all, a man known simply and with so much affection as Uncle Nad. His life was, well, a perfect example of that idea of divine service. And his is a story that absolutely deserves to be told. Now, what's so cool about this is how we even know about it. This isn't from some old history book. It's actually a personal tribute, a memory, from a karate and keihatsu master named Hanshi Deena Naidu. So for him, this isn't just some tale. It's the living memory of a man who completely changed his life and his community.
And this detail is so important. Hanshi Deena Naidu wasn't just some admirer from afar. He was a neighbor. He lived just 5 houses down. That means he saw everything we're about to talk about with his own eyes, day in and day out.
Okay, so to really get the impact of what Uncle Nad did, we have to understand the world he was living in. This story unfolds in a place called Springtown, which is a small suburb of Durban in South Africa.
And here is the crucial piece of the puzzle. This all happened during the apartheid era. We're talking about a time defined by legally enforced systemic separation. Society was designed to keep people apart. So, in an environment like that, an act of generosity, especially one that crossed those invisible lines, well, it wasn't just kind. It was a quiet but incredibly profound act of resistance.
So, against this backdrop of division and separation, there was this one house that was the complete opposite. A house where the doors and, more importantly, the hearts inside were always open. And this was the home of Uncle Nad and his wife, Aunty Dolly.
Really, it was so much more than a house. It was a sanctuary, a beacon of light. In a world that was trying so hard to push people apart, Uncle Nad's home was a place that pulled people in. It offered safety, it offered comfort, and it offered a sense of belonging to absolutely anyone who needed it.
And listen, we are not talking about small gestures here. He and his wife gave food and shelter to anyone who needed it, no matter what time of day or night. I mean, there were times when entire busloads of people would show up, and without even hesitating, they were all welcomed in, given a place to stay, and fed. The bottom line is just incredible. They never, ever turned a single person away. When you try to describe that level of just profound, unwavering selflessness, normal words just don't feel like enough, But Hanshi Deena Naidu, the man telling the story, he found a comparison that I think truly captures the scale of this kindness.
Just let that sink in for a second. To be compared to Mother Teresa. That speaks volumes, doesn't it? It frames what he did not just as generosity, but as this deep, almost spiritual calling to serve other people, to see the good in every single person who knocked on his door.
A life lived like that, it doesn't just disappear when it's over. No way. It leaves behind this powerful legacy, this echo that just keeps on resonating through the lives of every single person it touched. Uncle Nad isn't with us anymore, but his story, his impact, it's very much alive. His legacy isn't written in history books or carved on a statue. It's etched into the memories of the people he helped, the community he built, and the young kids like Hanshi Deena Naidu who are watching it all unfold.
And here is one of those etched memories, in his own words. This is what Uncle Nad said directly to the man who was telling us this story. It's such a personal moment of encouragement and pride. It just goes to show you, Uncle Nad wasn't just taking care of people's physical needs. He was truly invested in their hopes, their dreams, their successes.
For Hanshi Deena Naidu, that wasn't just some offhand comment. It was a moment of validation, of support that he has held onto and cherished his entire life. It's just a perfect example of how one person's kindness can literally fuel another person's journey to do something great.
And that really brings us to the final thought, doesn't it? Stories like this one are so inspiring, but they also act as a kind of mirror. It makes you look around your own neighborhood, your own life, and ask that question, who are the quiet heroes? The people whose kindness and service make our communities better. They might not have a famous name, but just like Uncle Nad, their legacy is just as real and just as profound.